William Guy Carr, Pawns in the Game, 1958. About the author. At the early age of 12, the author was thoroughly indoctrinated into the Bolshevik ideology by two revolutionary missionaries who traveled on the same ship with him out to the Orient in 1907. Unlike many others, he didn't swallow the bait they offered him, hook, line, and sinker. He decided to keep an open mind, and to investigate matters thoroughly, before reaching any conclusions. His investigations and studies of all angles of the international conspiracy have taken him to nearly every country in the world. Commander Carr has had a distinguished naval career. During World War I, he served as navigating officer of HM submarines. In World War II, he was naval control officer for the St. Lawrence, then staff officer operations at Shelburne, N.S., then senior naval officer at Goose Bay, Labrador. As an officer on the staff of Commodore Reginald Brock, he organized the 7th Victory Loan for the 22 Royal Canadian Naval Training Divisions. As an author, he has previously published the 7 books listed above. Some were specially bound for inclusion in the Royal Library, the Library of the Imperial War Museum, and the Sir Millington Drake Library, which is bequeathed to Eton College, and the Braille Library for the Blind. Several of his books have been published in European languages. Books previously published by same author: By Guess and by God, Hell's Angels of the Deep, High and Dry, Good Hunting, Out of the Mists, Checkmate in the North, Brass Hats and Bell-Bottomed Trousers. Commander Carr is known to many Canadians who have attended his public lectures. He toured Canada for the Canadian clubs in 1930-31. He warned people of the existence of an international conspiracy. He foretold that the conspirators would, unless checked, drag the world into another global war. In the years between 1931 and 1939, he addressed social and service clubs all over Ontario. In 1944 and 1945, he was sent on another lecture tour of Canada by the naval authorities. He explained why it would be necessary to win the peace, if the fruits of military victory were not to be thrown away again. Commander Carr is determined to inform as many people as possible regarding the evil forces which adversely affect all our lives, and the lives of our children. His book will be an eye-opener to parents, clergymen, teachers, students, statesmen, politicians, and labor leaders. Pawns in the Game. Here is a true story of international intrigue, romances, corruption, graft, and political assassinations, the like of which has never been written before. It is the story of how different groups or atheistic materialistic men have played in an international chess tournament to decide which group would win ultimate control of the wealth, natural resources, and manpower of the entire world. It is explained how the game has reached the final stage. The International Communists, and the International Capitalists, both of whom have totalitarian ambitions, have temporarily joined hands to defeat Christian democracy. The cover design shows that all moves made by the international conspirators are directed by Satan, and while the situation is decidedly serious, it is definitely not hopeless. The solution is to end the game the international conspirators have been playing right now before one or another totalitarian-minded group impose their ideas on the rest of mankind. The story is sensational and shocking, but it is educational because it is the truth. The author offers practical solutions to problems so many people consider insoluble. The publisher. Special announcement: The Red Fog Over America was published December 1955. This book, by the same author, is the story of the communist conspiracy in North America from 1920 to date. The Ottawa spy trials only exposed one spy ring. The Red Fog exposes 4 others and explain how subversive cells have infiltrated into every level of government and into every class of society. It exposes their activities in politics, labor, industry, education, religion, the armed forces, the civil service, and veteran affairs. The Red Fog exposes the hookup between the legal and illegal sections of the Communist Party. The affiliations between the communist underground and the criminal underworld. The way all kinds of rackets and illegal traffic and trade are used to undermine the national economy is exposed. The author explains how the subversives encourage and then exploit juvenile delinquency. Order your copy now. Price: $2. Order through your local bookstore, but, if they cannot, or will not, accommodate you, then order direct from Publications Committee, Federation of Christian Laymen, C.O. Willowdale Post Office, Ontario, Canada.